Hello, and welcome back to Trails of Cold Steel 2, out on Aurochs Canyon Path 2, making my way to the next, a monster quest? Going through this area again because I haven't been here yet. Marcus uses, I remember that now. Which means that I have to swap everything out so that I can use them. I think I am going to go with what I planned previously, which is just the most boring. Oh wait, no, I'm dumb. Usus is set up, I just need to swap out Marcus. Then I will basically check something real quick. Ultimate shot is large area. A stay on night is, so he's the one that actually is probably better for attacking with, because he will hit everything, or he'll hit more. I hate this. I hate having to re-equip stuff because you want to actually use you have to use characters, but then you have to switch everything out. Okay, that's it there. I also want to swap out Passionate Rouge. I don't think I need to swap that. Passionate Rouge. It's interesting that apparently Rogue, some people don't know how to spell it and they spell it Rouge. It's kind of interesting to me. Because it mostly stems from like, I'm 90% sure that I've saw Rogue spelt before I ever heard it said, so it's just kind of an interesting fact to me that some people spell it that way for some reason. Okay, Usus has... yeah, he's fully charged, so this should be okay. I'm just not a fan. I don't like the trial chests, honestly.
Stay on guard and don't get cocky.
Like, technically I should scan them.
What a waste of our time.
What a waste of our time. I mean, what I should actually do is equip the Dragon Sight quartz that I think I have. I want to check, 'cause I think I have Dragon Sight or whatever it's called, Dragon Vision. So you know what? Let's just do that again real quick. But instead of not getting the Analyze on them, I just equip another quartz on him. He one-shots them just fine, but I still get the Analyze. I just don't think trial chests are
Let's take them out.
interesting. Like, I don't think there's anything interesting about these. Like, the optimal way to solve them is doing that, which is really boring. And not doing that results in a 2v6 where you just, the enemies get more turns than you, so it's annoying. I guess I didn't need to bring Marcus in, huh? Which works because I didn't even equip him. Perfect. Now I need to get rid of Marcus. That was funny though. That was quick. And I need to re-equip him with normal stuff. Domination was one of these. I might try to find something else though. Dark Matter is so good. Okay, what did he have here? He had Mind 2. Instead of this, he had something else. Don't remember. Whatever it was, it doesn't really matter. I guess he already has a move too. Okay, so he doesn't need another move. I guess Invigorate? No. Not useless, but not what I need. Impassion. He doesn't need attack. Oh yeah, he had adamantine shield and shield 2. And then I need to re-equip her. Oops. Okay. I'm more than happy to abuse the Toro strategy because so many fights are not interesting, honestly. Oops, I have to re-equip items. He just had a generic item previously. Let's give him... I kind of want to give him the Grail Locket, but that's probably better on someone else. It should be fine. Passionate Rouge. Right there. Wrong one. Okay. There. Let me ride a horse.
Let's get yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, I'm just kind of playing the game.
Yeah.
I have nothing to say. Is my audio? No, it isn't. The music's just overly loud for me. That's the monster I need to fight over there.
Yeah.
Ah, well hidden. Ooh, 700 Stepeth math. Oh, a turtle. It's like a Lapras. Lapras? Lapras? I don't know.
There's a treasure chest.
It's like a fire version of a Lapras. Except a little bit more armored on the face and a sharper beak than I remember seeing on
This one looks dangerous.
the Pokemon. Oh, this is not at all the setup I want. I just need to waste a turn.
No problem.
She's out of craft points. Guess what?
Here I go. Overdrive.
Oh, she doesn't have enough craft points still.
Now's our chance. Here I go.
I guess she'll just sorta check what... I do need to scan it, so I can't kill it too quick. 20% burn, 20% confusion. Elemental efficacy doesn't matter. The Crystal Flood might be better, but let's go with defense and speed. Debuff. 38,000, not that
No
good.
problem.
Then I can hit them. Evaded. Oh, Fee didn't even get hit. It didn't even target her.
My turn.
She can't attack, because if she attacks, then it'll trigger to the domination.
Too slow.
I mean, that critical is so good. That was a fifth of the damage
Okay.
that other art used, which is kind of crazy.
Begin.
My turn.
Which, actually, realizing something, if I thought for a second, doing the stealth kind of runs counter to the purpose of having evasion on her. Because if she has evasion on her, it kind of, you know, defeats the whole purpose.
Thanks. I can do this.
So I need her to get craft points.
No problem.
Yeah, not enough. Okay. I could overdrive. She's not gonna get enough. I can get some craft points to Fee just fine via Emma.
Now's our chance. Of course.
I still need to scan this though.
My turn.
Guess maybe I just do that. But
I'll
on
handle it.
her turn,
Here goes.
Overdrive.
I mean, this might kill it anyway, so I shouldn't have to worry too much.
You're finished.
Yeah,
Here I go.
It's not that much damage, but I think it probably resists physical at least a little.
Now, let's go.
My turn.
Because you just sort of attack it
Now.
for 5,800 damage.
It's over. Absolute victory. I'm so glad. Done.
I guess actually 90,000
That should
damage
suffice.
with only 100 charge. Or less than 200 charge, really. He's pretty good. It would be at least 130, I guess, if it had actually been charged to full. Attacks and crafts cause speed and move have a chance to do that. Kind of neat. Not useful because it's not reliable.
Yeah.
And bosses are going to be immune to it anyway, so... And the only difficult enemies in these games are bosses, most of the time. I need to let Emma
Stay on guard, everyone. That's
regenerate
Okay.
her stuff. I think... Okay, I think I must have scanned it eventually. Ah, death blow. Okay.
Hostiles neutralized.
What did I give her that gives her death blow? It's not her weapon, right? Wrath? Why does she just death blow? Like, what is giving her death blows on normal attacks? There's nothing giving death blows on normal attacks, is there? I mean, I think there was something that showed up at some point that had something to do with death blows, but what is triggering it? Oh, is it going to be related to Link, maybe? No. I'm confused. I definitely remember something somewhere giving her death blow. Ah, yes, 20% from Tauros. Okay, I wasn't looking carefully. Tauros giving death blows is weird. It makes sense, sort of, but it's just weird that it's just adding to what it already does, which is what most of them do, but like... Okay, I have Rex to talk to. And I have to rescue him, but not really. And then I have a book to get inside the fort. Hey, Class 7. Sounds like you've been pretty busy lately. Hey, Rex. I don't know why they changed to the blurry cam there. Hey, Rex. I didn't expect to see you here. Well, I heard all about how Duke Alperea had been arrested. So I decided to come with the RMP and head on over here. What, all on your own? With the RMP, right? Yeah, they brought me part of the way here, but I had to go the rest myself. They said they wouldn't be able to take me all the way, right? They couldn't be able to. There's no way couldn't is right. It has to be wouldn't. 'Cause that just doesn't sound right. 'Cause could not be able to versus would not be able to. Yeah, would is the correct, because they could bring them all the way, but they won't. Like, physically they could bring them all the way to the fort. So they wouldn't be able to bring him all the way. Don't go causing trouble now. All the Croton Provincial Army has done is temporarily withdraw from the conflict. Not even I could guarantee your safety if you were to anger them. Hey, there's no need to try and scare me. I'm not going to try anything, promise. Besides, this place isn't anywhere near as dangerous as the next place I'm going to. Where would that be? The RMP is planning to send help to the guys fighting over out west soon. So I'm going to tag along and snap loads of photos of the situation over there. Western Erebonia. But the fighting is worse there than it is here. That'll be really dangerous. Did Captain Clara or her adjutant give you permission to do that? Well, they said no when I asked, but I'm still set on going. So I'll have to stow away in the cargo or something. But don't you worry about me. Haha, I found my true calling as a war photographer. I've got nothing to fear. And Fidelio's not around, so I've got to try and do what I can without relying on him. Your spirit as a cameraman is certainly admirable. You may have managed to avoid danger up until now, but there's no guarantee that will always be the case. My instincts are telling me I should try and stop him. If anyone's going to be able to change his mind, it's Fidelio. He was always the one keeping Rex in check, but not really, because he still bothered a lot of people when they were asking keep in check back when they were in their photography club, so if I ask him. Rex, you should probably rethink that idea of yours. But even if you're not going to listen to me, I think there's someone else you know very well who'll hear you out. Wow, such good writing. At least they called him instead of walking there. No convincing required, he went there. Sorry for taking so long. It is set up the exact same every single time. Fidelio? So you were okay after all. I certainly am. I'm traveling around on board the Courageous with Class 7 and plenty of other Thor's students now. I've been taking photographs of the war from the perspective of a noble student. So, like a lot of these students are optional. If you only saved Fidelio, would he still say plenty of other students? Or is it actually aware of the number of people you've rescued? Anyway, or noble student. In that case, what I've been doing isn't all that different from what you've been doing, except it sort of is. Really? You've been acting as a war photographer too? Reen told me you're planning on going to Western Erebonia. Is that true? You understand just how dangerous that would be, right? Of course I understand. I know it'll be dangerous, especially for a kid like me who's only as good as the photographs he takes. There's even a chance I won't make it back alive. But I'm a war photographer now. I won't run away at every sign of danger. I didn't realize you were that serious about this. I still think it's too dangerous for a student to be running around there, though. Wow. But it's not too dangerous for students to actively go into combat zones and fight in a war? This makes sense. It's totally not dangerous to collect students with the intention of them helping you fight people to retake a school. Totally different. It's just, it feels so hypocritical. Haha, it's weird, but to tell you the truth, I'm really happy to hear you say that. All you ever did back at the club was take pictures of cute girls. I'm moved by how much thought you've given your future. But I think if you feel you have a duty to photograph this war, that's all the more reason why you should stay in the East. I kind of disagree with this logic. Why is that? The Noble Alliance's tactics had the 3rd and 4th Armored Division locked in the eastern side of the country. But thanks to Class 7's efforts, things here are slowly beginning to change. I wouldn't be surprised if the battle to take back the capital came sooner rather than later. And I think that's when our club will finally be able to shine. Even more so if we have the Courageous. Together, we'll be able to capture this war's final moments and share them with the citizens all across the country. Except for the knowledge that Fidelio has. Fidelio's here. And presumably he would know about the other reporter guy that... Niall? I don't remember his name. He's not important in this arc so far. Those two are here. They don't know of anybody taking pictures on the West. So that should be covered. There should be people taking pictures, and you don't know that there's anybody, so somebody going there would be more beneficial than having a third person here. But whatever. We're not just photographers, we're also military academy students. This is something only the two of us can do. That's a lie. You're taking pictures. Yes, you need to be good at taking pictures. There is skill to taking pictures. But you two are not uniquely gifted at taking photos. There's another reporter in the area who's willing to be a war photographer. Stuff like that. It's just kind of dumb. And all the while, you would be doing it specifically as students. It's a strength, not a weakness, to know and understand what tasks are best suited to you. You don't know if he's not suited to working in the West. We already know the perfect battlefield where you can best use your skills, Rex. Yeah, sure. And it's right here in Eastern Erebonia. So would you be willing to help us? We're going to need you when we take back the academy. That is false. I guarantee he's not going to be important. He's going to take pictures, but like, we already have someone to take pictures. Wow, guys. You need my help that much, do you? I kind of hope they're explicitly lying to him. They aren't because they're dumb, but... Oh, what? Rex. They're too, like, naive to lie for his own good. If you want me that badly, who am I to say no? Starting today, I'll be serving as a war photographer aboard the Courageous. Come to think of it, I bet I'll be able to take some incredible shots from the sky, except all you can see is the clouds. You guys better have some girls with... Maybe if the wind blows hard enough. Don't even think about it. His reason for coming with us just got a whole lot creepier. He seemed so noble-minded here moments ago. Is it too late to back out of this? No, you could just say, actually no, bye, and leave. You could. It looks like you're back to your old self, unfortunately. Anyway, let's show Erebonia what our photography club can really do. Haha, sure thing. I think part of my biggest issue with this arc is they constantly try to act as, I mean, yes, Class 7 is special because they're the main class in the story, blah, blah, blah. But in any slightly real world, there's nothing that special about Class 7. Like, there's nothing that special about any of the students they're recruiting. But they're constantly like, you're the best, you're needed, you're important, when like, no, they're not, they wouldn't really be that important. Yes, them helping is beneficial. But like, in my memory, both previous arcs, the Sky and Crossbell arc, anything where they were like, these people are special, was kind of justified. Like, Joshua was a member of Ouroboros. That set him apart. Yeah, I mean, these people all have their own backgrounds. But like, Joshua, Estelle was the daughter of an S-rank bracer. There's all this context to kind of justify them being set apart. And they weren't even that special. They were just central to the plot. They weren't portrayed as, oh, we require you. Just, they were the people that were there to do the job. And like the Crossbell one, they were kind of special. They were an attempt at a different police force, police brigade. Like, there was something that set them apart. Whereas this, they're just a bunch of students. Nothing other than Reen, other than their backgrounds being magical. Nothing sets Rex apart from anyone. Nothing sets Fidelio apart. Like, there's nothing that makes them special. And yet they consistently are like, we need you, specifically you. And it just bugs me. It just doesn't work. I came here to talk business yesterday and ended up getting caught up in that battle. I was truly afraid for my life. Who knew that the sound of cannon fire could be so terrifying? Not to mention those soldats in that ash-colored night. I hate that they call it ash-colored because it doesn't look like ash. In my image of ash does not have green in it. It doesn't have like gold trim. It doesn't look like ash. So it's just not... It wouldn't be the case that every single person referring to it would call it ash-colored. Some of them would be like, oh, that crazy mech. That gray, not ash. Gray would be more accurate, more common of a reference, I think. It's just kind of silly. Blah, 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 blah. That wasn't a sight mere civilians were meant to see. Except technically, I guess the military academy students aren't civilians because they're part of the military. Which then raises the question, if they're technically part of the military, then they are allied with someone? I don't know. Bob, I'm so sorry, Spare. I know I should be working, but don't blame yourself. Anyone would be upset after that battle. Who names their child Spare? Like, that's a twisted name to give your kid. Oh, you're the spare. What a terrible name. Anyone would be upset after that battle. Just try and get some rest for now, okay? I'll take you back home soon. Sniffle, thanks. I just can't focus on work right now. Sniffle, I'm so sorry. I bought a book to try and take my mind off everything, but that hasn't been working out too well. So here, you take it. You'll probably get more use out of it than me. How many do I have? 204,000 Mira worth. Okay, that's it in there. I assume I can't go into the main area. Blah, 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 blah. And I can't go in there because it's not a door. It's weird that the new next area thing pops up, but I can't enter it. That's funny. Because they made the zone bigger than the door, obviously. It makes sense, but... Okay, I'm done here. Now I need to go to Ruhr with Alyssa for a hidden quest. Wow. I love hidden quests. So I'm going to say Beryl is done. No one left to talk to there because it seems like maybe one or two people have new dialogue, but most of them seem like people I talked to during the rest day, and it's probably
Where do you want to go?
not going to change. I'll need to go to Legram later. I'll go here later. I need to keep everything straight. So I think, there's gonna be nothing here. Ymir. There's this quest here, or a quest here. I'm currently gonna focus on yeah, I'm gonna do Ymir next. Just to go north to south, ignoring this zone because there's a quest here, so I'll be drawn to the northeast later anyway. So for now I'll go Ymir, then Ruhr, and then maybe check these out briefly. Not this one, there's nothing there. I might check that. I might check Kelduk after, like, work my way south until I get back to Kelduk Beryl, and then I'll do places based on proximity to the shrine. Like, Twin Dragons Bridge will be with the shrine. Nord will be with the shrine. I think that's the plan.
Full speed ahead!
So, there's gonna be a lot of people to talk to everywhere. Hopefully there's some fun little stories. I bet there's not a new snowboard course. Ooh, there is a new snowboard course. Fun. A4. Weird. Is it like a master course? Ooh, the target is 24 out of 24. The target has missed none. Ooh, it is more difficult. Whoop. 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 I hate having to jump because the jump in this is so... I missed it. So I have to restart anyway, so I might as well.
That wasn't so great.
It only really... It doesn't like, oh, I didn't know there was one there because I couldn't see it. It's just hard to see because the camera doesn't really make it easy to see what you're trying to do. Okay, there's one on the right here? No, right in the middle. I mean, I think this is a mediocre minigame. It's not awful. It just doesn't have a lot going for it.
I did it!
I should have switched my Snowboard, though. Passionate Rouge. Is that my second or third? I mean, it's a bit late to be getting a Passionate Rouge now. Well, it's my third Passionate Rouge. I guess I can give one to her? I lose a bit of speed. It's not even better. I think the Medal of Strength with the speed is more valuable. Except if I'm fighting something that freezes, petrifies, or faints, but... Well, I mean, it's probably more useful than that. Because yes, evasion's good, yes, accuracy's good, but 15% evasion's not that important. Hello. I've been working non-stop lately, so the station master insisted I take half a day off. Not even a full day off, half a day. Phew. Time to make the most of it and take it easy until the evening. Mom seems pretty busy though. Maybe I should help her out instead. You really can't help yourself, can you? Just get some rest, okay? You've earned it. Well, I suppose. What does he do? Do they have that many people visiting or traveling that they need someone constantly managing the station? Like, I guess it's scale. Like, oh, it looks like a small town, but there's actually
Okay. Right.
10,000 people here or something. The end of the year festivals. Then the end of the year is fast approaching. So I'm busy getting ready for the celebrations. Everyone is looking forward to them, me included. I thought it'd be myself included, that's what most people would say. For all the trouble we've had this year, we still have a lot to thank the spirits of the mountains for. No one died. There might be a war going on, but it's still worth preserving traditions, even if the war might dampen the mood a little. Hello, old man. Are you going to say the same thing you said every time? Lord Teo has been friends with His Majesty the Emperor Eugent III since his youth. When they met, they were a rural noble son and an imperial prince, but I hear they were very close. Even after they grew up, His Majesty would sometimes come to Ymir in secret to spend time with him. Admittedly, that doesn't happen much these days, but it's still clear to me that Lord Teo is distressed about the safety of his friend, as am I. It does make a question. Are they going to hide out here in future games if there's still a war going on or something? That was going to happen? We're going to save them and they're going to live here? I would kind of think that'd be lame. Wait, sorry. I know I'll get to it eventually. He doesn't have, like, things wrapped around his arms anymore, if that's Teo. 1, 2, 3, no one upstairs. Who are you? Have you heard the news about the market manager in Keldic? It happened like a few days ago. How does it travel so quick? I still can't believe it's true. I only just heard the news, so I don't think it's really hit me yet. The food here is wonderful, but it's kind of hard to truly appreciate it when I'm still sniffly. Those two troublemakers are the talk of the village right now. They're always going around making a big deal out of things and drawing attention to themselves. They're like polar opposites too, but they're not bad people. The girl helped me up when I tripped over and fell. Looking at you reminds me that I had a student in here not long ago. She just came up and asked me the way to the stone monument on the valley. Still don't know why she'd want to know that. You don't think she's planning on doing that, going there alone, do you? Bum bum bum. That's one of the students I need to find. Except I don't need to find them because they don't do anything, but whatever. Yeah, why does he not have bandages? Come on, you gotta keep the bandages on for the whole game at least. Yeah, go in here. Anyone to talk to? Check upstairs. Nobody. Check downstairs. 3 people. Ooh. Who's in here? Ah, it's the troublemakers. They were making so much noise that I gave them a sample of my new recipe I've been working on. Hopefully this keeps them quiet for a while, at least. Just don't make the mistake of assuming you're getting that for free. It'll be going on your tab. Wah? Whoa, what? Just kidding. Enjoy. Phew. They don't scare me like that. That's a lot of forks. That's a lot of knives. That's more forks and knives than are needed. Only 2 forks, 2 knives. That's all you need. And like 3 spoons, but... Wait. There's 5 forks and 5 knives. That's too many. Like, 2 forks, 2 knives, a spoon or 2. Sure, that makes sense, sort of. Like, within my impression of Western culinary, whatever. Like a main fork, salad fork, and then a knife that you can use for multiple things. Like, you could have a normal knife and a butter knife, whatever. Then you have a spoon. You might want 2 spoons, but you probably only need 1 because you get another spoon if you're drinking tea or whatever, coffee after a meal. So you have a spoon for soup, fork for your main meal, fork for your salad, or dessert. So maybe 3 forks could be useful. I don't know. Then 1 knife is all you really need. You don't need 5 knives, 5 forks, and 1 spoon. Especially for bread, tea, and 2 dishes of actual food. Anyway, whoa. This soup tastes amazing, Patiri. What soup? Munch, munch, chew. If you're full, then give me the rest of it. Not a chance. I'm nowhere near full. What soup? Are they saying the thing in the back is a soup? The thing with the northernmost dish, they're saying that's a soup? Because the central dish, the southmost dish is not a soup. The northwest is not a soup, and the northeast is tea. Like, I don't see soup. At least put soup that looks like soup, please. The hell are you looking at? You ain't getting no any. This is mine. Same thing. Slurp? Don't slurp, kid. You're old enough to know not to slurp. Unless it's something that actually benefits from slurping. Soup does not benefit from slurping. It truly is distressing to hear about what happened in Keldic. All of Erebonia is ruled by His Majesty. Not even the highest ranking noble has the right to do such a terrible thing. His Majesty must be feeling so much heartache over this awful war. The end of this war cannot come a day too soon. I kind of want it to somehow come a day too soon. Like, if it lasted a day longer, somehow that would be a better result. Well, actually, no, there are scenarios where it can last. It can end a day too soon if the way you end it is a bit too forceful. Like, using a magical weapon to completely wipe Erebonia off the face of the earth would end it a day too soon, because any other option would be better than that. I think it's about time we started planning our end of year cleaning. What do you think? There's so much to do. I think the only way we'll finish up on time is to put our heads together and divvy up the work. Do we have to? I don't want to end up all buff from too much heavy lifting. Hang on, we eat the same amount, right? How come whatever you eat goes straight to your chest, while I'm... Huh? We eat the same. Huh? Are you listening to me? Right, to the scales. Will you hold on a second? I'm trying to, like... Are they the same height? It's hard to judge. Can't really get a good line to see if they're the same height. I was just going to comment on the shoes. Like, I was going to, oh, heels are probably awkward in the snow, but they're not really they're fairly normal-ish height. Like, they're heels, but they're not, like, awkward, probably. They have heels. Everything appears to be in order on the mountain path. Could I ask for some extra firewood, perhaps? This year's winter is proving to be quite a cold one, says the guy not with the guy with his sleeves up. Wahaha, you got that right. Feels like it's getting colder by the day, it does. I'd be happy to go and start gathering some right away. Oh, if it isn't you kids. It does this heart of mine good to see your father back to his old self, Reen. Wahaha. Been so worried about him, I could barely work. Now I can finally get back to doing what I do best. I'm out doing a patrol today as part of my rehabilitation. I'm not allowed to stray far from the village, though. I hate asking so much of the villagers, but we'll all have to pitch in to get through the winter this year. And a bark? No bark, just pant. Which is weird. Dogs should bark. Woof woof. Is a dog going woof a bark, or is it just woofing? With the end of the year fast approaching, the village is becoming much livelier with anticipation. We intend to hold a service on New Year's Eve here to give thanks for the year's blessings. At least I hope we can. It would be terrible to have to break from tradition. I'm in a good mood. I'm enjoying talking to the people of Ymir because it's not attempting to be high stakes. It's just sort of middle of the road chit chat, which is fun. When this war comes to an end, I intend to undertake some high-level training, much like Father Bernard did. I'm going to follow his example and travel the land, learning as much as I possibly can. Hopefully doing so will let me better serve the people of this village, as well as heal the scars this war has left on Erebonia. Of course, who knows how long it will take for me to get to that level? Not me, that's for certain. I kind of hope by the end of this entire series, like, whoever is the main character at the end has the opportunity to meet God. Like the usual, oh, JRPGs end when you kill God, except this God is benevolent, so they don't kill them, they just say hi. I plan on taking the next train home. It's hard to believe that half a year has passed since I stormed out. Oh, bother. Now I'm being accosted by nostalgia. Looking back on it, my home was truly a marvelous place. Drool. And so many places to fish. Oh, how blind we are to the riches around us. She's gonna be gone. Oh no. I'm assuming that we'll eventually sell a Master Quartz, which is why I'm never gonna spend anything until near the end. There are all these rumors going around at the bottom of the mountain, like of how both armies are gonna go to war. What? If things get bad enough, the whole country could be in trouble. That's old news, right? Just thinking about what could happen is scary enough. But it's times like these when I've got to step up and be brave. Or not. As if I could do anything. I'm just a weak kid. Isn't there anything I can do to help? In the event of an attack on the town, hide so you can't be used as a hostage. That's what you can do to help. I made sure our latest order was entirely junk-free, and thought that was the end of it. Boy, was I wrong. She ended up bringing a traveling merchant here and buying a load of weird stuff from her instead. Sure didn't see that coming. Should I get some slots? It's kind of interesting that I haven't gotten everybody totally, well, everyone that I'm actually using totally upgraded for slots. Though, I mean, part of that is I don't need to, but Usus is probably more important. Amount of fire. I really should get an attack 3, huh? Because I'm pretty sure if I hadn't spent all my stuff, I could make an attack 3. Which would be 50 strength. And then I could give that to her. I'd swap Wrath for... I'd get rid of the hit 1. Which would be kind of annoying, but it wouldn't be a huge issue. And she'd get 50 more strength. Which would be beneficial. We've got some fresh vegetables from Celtic in stock. Isn't that just wonderful? I asked a traveling merchant to come here so I could buy all kinds of unique products from our store, for our store. The farther away they come from, the more exciting their products are. The shop is so much more colorful and interesting now. Anything actually noteworthy? Probably not. I do need more battle scopes because I will never have too many. Except I quite literally might already have too many. Okay, I'm checking for if there are set, but I already have one of those, so no set items. Actually, wait. Nope. I could get one of those if I wanted to. Arc Tyrant badge. Arch Tyrant? Arc Tyrant? I'm not sure. Those might be worth doing. Animal Watch might be worth. Warrior Handbook might be worthwhile. They don't have the heart or body. I don't have those. Can I just get a... Probably worth it. Maybe some of these are worthwhile, but... Let's swap. So hit. I can't put it here, right? Oh, they changed it. I guess maybe they changed it for this game where you can put multiple in like this. So if I can do that, is there anything that I would swap? Is there anywhere I would put hit? No, there's nothing else that I'd swap. I mean, I could remove Wrath, but I actually kind of like it. What a shame. But it is neat that they changed it so you can put attack 2 and attack 3 within the same line. I don't know why they would change that, but... Doesn't that just make... Like... Doesn't that just make this sort of... Quartz setup better in every way? Because like, the only real advantage to having different lines was that you could put like an attack 2, an attack 3 across 3 different lines, whereas someone like Emma could only put an attack 3. But now Emma, in theory, could put attack 1, attack 2, attack 3 without an issue. Why would they change that? Maybe it only applies to like attack? That's unlikely, but maybe there's some limitation that I'm not aware of. But that seems like a weird change. Because unless there's something I'm missing, that just means that Emma and anybody with only one line is just better in terms of quartz setups. I guess it's a buff for her arts capability. You could have an Mind 1, Mind 2, Mind 3, whereas previously the best was Mind 3, but I don't know, it just seems weird. Because that limitation was like an intentional balancing factor, I thought. I need to go to the mansion, talk to a few people, and then go out on the trail. Oh, you're taking care of the herbs. I certainly am. We had to use a number of them when treating your father. It's gotten a lot colder lately, too, so I need to move the delicate seedlings into the greenhouse. She's covered in mud, as if. Kinda reminds me of the head of the gardening club. Well, Mom's side of the family is on the rural side for nobles, so it works. Isn't your dad's side of the family also very rural? Both sides are rural, but like, what kind of frozen ground would get her covered in mud? It would be like frozen dirt. Yes, it can melt and then maybe it becomes muddy, but like that's not an experience I've ever had, getting muddy because I'm playing on frozen ground. That doesn't make sense. Oh, wow. That was very weird FPS. Giggle. Huh. Hey, wait. My favorite side character. Guess she didn't hear you. Or she ignored you. She looked kind of familiar. Wasn't that Beryl from the Occult Research Club Society? There was something odd about her, that's for sure. I'm not sure it's a good idea for her to be wandering up the valley alone. We should probably go after her. Nah. She's fine. She's protected by a guardian spirit or something. She's probably unkillable. She's probably immortal. She's a ghost. Actually, that'd be pretty funny if there's a secret reveal that she was actually like a ghost the whole time. That would be fun. I imagine it's not. I imagine she's just a human that's into the occult, but... Teehee. Oh, I see. She went bald. Her hair disappeared first. Well, but it didn't fully disappear, so like that back of her head still had the color of the hair. What the? That was funny looking. Did she just disappear before our very eyes? Impossible. Surely the snow must only be hiding her from sight. Should we keep going after her? I mean, that writing again is dumb. Look at the snow. So much snow. Totally hiding from sight, not height. Just at least make it blizzard conditions if you're gonna have Eustace say something that dumb. I don't need to restore anything. It won't restore craft points. She's right there. Ooh. A ghost. I actually do hope she turns out to be a ghost. That would be so fun. Not here. It's not going to reveal that she's a ghost here. Why would they do that? Like, final scene of Cold Steel 4. If they reveal that she was a ghost the whole time, I will be happy, and every boring moment of the entire arc will be worth it just for that. That won't happen, but it would be great. My suspicions that this is the source of the spiritual energy in the valley's air appear to be correct. Meanwhile, the great energy floating in this spot is due to the fact that the Ashen Knight once used its power here. I'm right, aren't I? Well, yeah, Valimar was here for quite a while. Anyway, never mind him now. I'm glad to see you again, Beryl. Have you been wandering around ever since we last spoke? Oh yes. Whenever the whispers of my guardian spirit and the devils beckoned me, I answered their call. I've been able to visit power spots all over eastern Erebonia thanks to their guidance. From Neolithic ruins to lakeside castles, from lands connected to the earth spirit. I can't imagine a better use for my time. I'm impressed that you traveled all the way to Lohengrin Castle and to a spirit shrine. If you'll allow me to ask, just who are you, really? No ordinary student should be able to do all that. She did just teleport right in front of your face. You're obviously not a witch, but beyond that... a fine question indeed. And yet so few people truly know enough about themselves to answer it. In a way, I'm simply one more person peering into the darkness, pursuing an answer to that very same question. The truth is shrouded in shadow. When I peer into the darkness, it stares right back at me. Okay. That doesn't answer the question in the slightest. Seriously. I expect we're wasting our time even asking. I think that's enough about me. You are looking for Thora students to board the Courageous, yes? I'd be happy to come on board now that my journey has reached its end. Oh, sure. Welcome aboard, Beryl. The pleasure's all mine. I look forward to witnessing what fate has in store for you. I like this character. I like these side characters that are like, they have their own life. They are their own people. They're not just there to parrot the same concerns about the same topic as everyone else. I really enjoy Beryl because of that as a character. She's actually like, she has her own life. She has her own goals. It's so much more fun to see characters like that.
Right.
Distracted. I'm trying to figure out where to go. I guess next is going to be Ruhr. I'm probably going to wrap up a little bit early. Just check where I'm going to go, and then I'll talk to the new people.
Where do you want to go?
So yeah, I'll go to Ruhr next. Actually, let's do this real quick.
Speed ahead.
See if there's anything happening here that we can talk. Anybody here we can talk to. Then I'll go back to the ship, see what's going on. Anything to say? Rhine for destabilizing. Have more free time. How's Lady Angelica doing? Fond memories when she used to work with us. Nobody ever suspected that the diligent young man who we took on as a part-timer was actually Marquis Ragnar's daughter. She's still one of them. She's magnetic. Wow, so necessary. I hear you kids played a big part in Duke Albrecht's arrest. Nice work. The old Duke never expected a bunch of students would bring him to justice. After the first big thing you did, we figured you just got lucky. But keep racking them up like this, and it starts to feel like the Courageous really is the Erebonian people's only hope. Heave ho, heave ho. Celine and Todd. Can't do that without putting the work in first, though. Todd. Presumably, it's their kid, who's I think one of the hide and seek kids. Yeah. Oh, there's somebody over there. I actually expected there to be no one here. Something you need here? Do you know why else you'd come here otherwise? It's not like there's anything really interesting to see. Unless you want to work here like Angelica did. Yeah, let's make some money. Let's work in the mines for like a month. And get some money. And an aggressive type showing more of that side. He's calmed down. He's been pretty aggressive, called me over and told me a story. Owned by the Emperor in the Middle Ages, there used to be wars over the iron here. Hot-headed miners resisted, and a lot of times they end up dead. Yep. Don't fight. Just don't die. And that's that. Pretty quick. I can call the courageous from here. Wonderful. Yeah, I'll go to Ruhr next. Before that, I'm going to run around real quick looking for the new people. See if they have anything interesting to say. They probably don't, is my assumption, but... oh well. Actually, this is new. Emily and I have been tweaking the settings of the combat shells together. Thanks to that, you're going to have a few new training exercises on offer. Yeah, so there's more training exercises to do that I will probably try and do, I guess. I don't want to, but... I think the ranged ones were less annoying because they were less reliant on evasion and just getting lucky to have enemies do attacks that you could evade. But I'm not doing that now because I don't like the training exercises. They're just kind of annoying. Anyone on the front? He's here. I had a feeling the ship was gonna be cool, but damn. It's, yeah, whatever. And they're all doing stuff they wouldn't do at the academy. He can't really take pictures again, yeah. Like, it's above the clouds almost all the time. Nothing new here. I don't think that's them. There's one person here that might be new. Nope. No one there. That took a while to load. She's still wandering. Milliam is still there. This shop has a lot of people in it. It's a food place. Okay, Emma. She's here. Reen, could I possibly ask you for a favor? Nope. No asking aloud. Of course you can, or thank you. It's about Alan, actually. As I'm sure you know, he's done a lot for me since we first started dating. They only started dating, like, right before the collapse, right? Before they had to leave school. I want to show him just how much I appreciate that. Oh, is this going to be, like, bad food or something? That's really nice of you. Got anything in mind? Well, yes, I'm thinking of cooking for him. Or, I thought I already had a spectacular dish one. All the housework I did in Berea helped boost my confidence in the kitchen. So I'd like to surprise him with a really special homemade meal. I have a feeling he'd like that. The only issue being I have absolutely no idea what I should make him. That's where you come in. Could you bring me some dishes that you'd consider unique that I can sample? You wouldn't have to just do it whenever you're free. Taste anything particularly unique, I'll bring it straight to you. So what is it she needs? Unique dishes. One of the other characters, I guess, is calling for... like... I think the other person that was asking for dishes is the one at the top, and uniques are one at the bottom, I believe. That's what that's going to be about, eventually. I'm looking for Beryl. I want to know if Beryl has anything interesting to say. Oh, definitely right here. Welcome, young one, to my room of fortune. Come closer if you dare see what your fate has in store for you. Hold on a second. Where'd all this even come from? Did you set this whole thing up on your own? Hehe, oh, there's no need to worry. I received permission. With war raging around us, there is no shortage of students whose hearts need guidance. I am here to provide it to them. Okay. What kind of person signs off on something like, well, like this? Hehe. If there is something you don't believe or understand about my explanation, simply attribute this to faith. Fate, not faith. Should you ever find yourself lost in the swirling void and in need of my guidance, please do come and visit. I'd be happy to offer my services. Perhaps you'd be interested in knowing your compatibility with your companions. What's this going to be? Compatibility reading? What's it going to do? 2 elements go into your compatibility. The first is your bond, which gradually builds over time. The second is whether you've had a fateful moment with them that will allow your relationship to advance. I believe you've had a chance to experience these sorts of moments very recently, in fact, which was the Berea Hard bond events, I think were those. Fateful moments. Emma, Toa, that's all. That's funny. You will have the chance to develop your relationship with one and only one of them soon. Oh, but who will you choose? Oh, the curse of popularity. There's only 2 people. Next, your companions you've experienced a fateful moment with, but with whom your bond is insufficiently developed, so needs more bond points. Laura, Machias, P, Gaius. That's it. Do not fret, there's still ample time to develop your bonds. Fateful moments are fateful, tied to specific times in our lives, but bonds can be developed whenever you wish. Still, you have some say in fate. Whether you choose to seek the fateful moments or let them pass is up to you. The names of those whom you've developed a strong bond but have not experienced a fateful moment with. Oh, no one at all. That's all I can tell you. Your fate is not set in stone, but you're the only one who can influence it. Good luck. Heh heh. Anyway, that was fun. As if he's going to cut down all on his path. He's going to kill nobody. There might be a few more people in here. Nope. There's just a lot of horses. I think there's too many horses. Okay, I'm good. So now, next time I will go to Ruhr, talk to people, do a quest, and that's it. I'll talk to all the people in Ruhr, do a quest. Then it will be to Keldic, I believe.
Where do you want to go?
So it'll be Ruhr. Then I'll check, see if there's anything here. I won't check here. Then I'll go to Keldic. Then, I guess, Twin Dragons Bridge and this area. Then I'll go back up north to do this area. And then it'll be time to go south to this area. Actually, I'll probably skip the shrines until I do... There's a quest in Legram. Hearts and Harmony is in Keldic. And this one is in Legram. So that's where I'll stop today. This was a much welcome day of talking to people who just have their own stories going on. They're not super interesting, but still the people in Ymir had their own stories to tell. They have their own stuff happening, and that's a very welcome change from how everything else has just been kind of repetitive. So I'm happy with that. So I'll continue next time going around Ruhr and then continuing south. So have a nice day. Bye-bye.